Hello and welcome to a brand new tutorial. This one is going to be pretty easy. It is another abstract render here, and you can see the finished .blend file. It's just a bunch of cubes that have been randomly placed in a group. So we just got our random cubes here with a very basic material as well. I'll just show you the material right here. It's just a basic diffuse glossy. Very simple, very easy scene to create. We're putting them into a particle system to shoot them out and create a pretty cool effect, as you can see right here. And we get into a little bit of lighting too. Got our two key lamps right here, an orange and a blue offset. So very easy. Let's go ahead and start with the tutorial. Alright, so we've got our basic scene here, and we're going to go ahead and use the default cube. So I'm just going to go into top view here so we can edit it. We don't want these sharp, harsh edges that come with the normal default cube. We want a nice smoothed off type of edge. So all of the edges are going to need a loop cut. So go Control R and click. And holding down Control, we're just going to put them at the edges here, all around the cube. And doing this, you can get those edges nice and smooth. You also want to do it in the front view as well. All edges like that. Okay. So we've got our edges now. Let's go ahead and add in a subdivision subsurf. We're just going to leave it at 2. You don't want to go too much. And yeah, that's pretty good. We got our nice smooth off cube. Might actually go a little bit more. Yeah, go ahead and go to 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and make a group out of them. So basically, well, let's first do the materials, since we're going to be duplicating our cube many times. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into our node editor here. And we're just going to do a basic mix shader with diffuse and glossy. And we want the glossy amount to be pretty low at about 0.3. There we go. And we're going to mix those together, and we're going to set that to about 0.25. So there's not as much glossy, and make sure that those are all white as well, completely white. That'll help with the lighting and stuff. So you can see in our little preview here, we've got a nice glossy white. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the materials. So now we just want to duplicate it. So just hit Shift D, and this is to get the randomly rotated cubes. So you can do as many of these as you want. The more you do, the more random the scene will look. Because I haven't figured out a way to where you can randomly rotate these using the emitter setting, because we're going to be emitting them from our plane. So I just found that making a group of randomly rotated cubes worked pretty well. So I'm just gonna add a couple more here, and I am double tapping R, by the way, to get that random rotation. And that should be enough. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this a group. So select all of them here and hit Control G, and it is a group. Okay. And we'll just move these out of the way to our second layer here. And let's set up the rest of the scene. So we're going to add in a plane. Just going to rotate that along the Y by 90 degrees. There we go. And just going to place this off frame with the camera here. Scale that up pretty large. And that should be good. Okay. On to the particle settings. Okay, so we're going to leave it on emitter. We're going to choose random to randomly shoot them out from our emitter object here. We want to select the group. Okay. And let's just hit Alt A, and you can see that they basically just fall like rain. Okay. And you can see that they're falling from the other side. So we're just gonna, you can either rotate this the other way, which is the faster way, or you can change the way that the faces come out over in there. But it's easier just to rotate it the other way. We're going to make these bigger for starters. So about 0.2, 0.3 is what I used, and then a nice random size. And you can see here that they're all, you know, kind of just the same. But when you hit rotation, then you'll get all the randomness. Because even if you use the Brownian or the random, none of them actually turn your objects in when it's an emitter. When it's a hair particle system, then you can get all the randomness and stuff. And there's probably a way that I'm overlooking, but I just chose to, you know, do it like this, and you're getting the same exact effect. Alright, let's increase the normal here so they shoot out a little bit more. Let me just play with this here. I have to increase that a lot. There we go. And as well as that, we want to turn down gravity to about 0.1, so they more or less just shoot out like that, but they're still kind of falling, you know. It's probably like 0.2. There you go. And that's pretty much it. Then you just get a nice little clump. I think I used a lower amount so they all come out in one. And I'm just going to set the lifetime here to be a little bit more so they're not dying like right there. And there you go. You just shoot them out just like that. Awesome. Okay, let's set up the lighting. We are pretty much almost done with this tutorial. Told you guys it was gonna be an easy one. Alright, we're gonna add in a light here, and whoops, rotated it the wrong way. There we go. And we're just gonna place it over here, off frame of the camera. We're going to scale it up just a little bit, and we're gonna place it run in there. And scale this up just like that a little bit as well. And that is going to be the orange light. Okay, so new material. I'm going to go to emission. You can just hit E and I go to emission. And we're going to set that to be about 25 and nice and orange around there. There we go. And make sure it's completely bright as well. Whenever you have these key lights, it's always best to increase the brightness all the way, so you're getting your true brightness. Alright, now to set that blue offset, so we're just going to duplicate that, hit 2 on that material to make it its own, and we're going to make it a nice light blue, like that. And then we're going to turn that down to about 10, if not lower. Alright, let's go ahead and set up our camera next. So Control Alt Numpad 0. Set up our camera. Okay. And to uncheck that your emitter isn't showing up in any renders, just go back to your particle settings and uncheck emitter. And now it won't show up in any renders. Alright, so using my GPU, just go full 1080p here. And the sampling, because we have a glossy mixed with that lighting and stuff, it's going to take a little bit more. So I'm just going to do, just for this tutorial, I'm going to do about 500. My final one I did about 1200, 1300, around in there. So however many you want, full global illumination, and the rest is good to go. Alright, also with the camera, got a little more settings to do here. Need some nice depth of field. So just find a cube that's kind of close to the camera and choose this guy right here. Right in there. Just focus on, at least one cube. Have one cube be your definitive point where you're focusing. Now, normally I use f-stop. Let me just go border rendering here. Normally I use f-stop to do the depth of field, but I found that it wasn't as strong, at least in my final one. But now it's actually looking like it's pretty strong. If you want more, you can actually turn up this radius and you can get a lot more depth of field. So if you're wanting more, definitely do radius. Alright, I think these cubes are actually a little too small still. I think they were still bigger in my final shot. So we'll just go around there. And like I said, guys, that's pretty much the tutorial. Let's go ahead and render this out, composite it, and call it done on this scene. Yeah. Render. Alright, so the render has finished, only about 3 minutes on render time, so pretty good. And you can see the result right here. Alright, let's hop to the compositor. So control left arrow and control up arrow. Alright, so we're going to check use nodes backdrop and just get set up here. Zoom out, hitting V, zoom out your background, and Alt and the middle mouse button to move your background. Alright, just going to hold control and cut that. Let's start with some color grading here. So color balance, and I always forget which one I go to. Okay, yeah. So the lift is going to be blue, and the gain is going to be orange, to be that nice orange blue offset. So you can see a little bit of the difference there with it. Maybe a little too much blue, a little more orange. It's very slight, but it's still there. Let's add in our glow, the one node that always makes the scene. So add in fog glow. Just gonna turn that around. Okay, so I just went super fast with that. I'm just gonna turn the quality to high, and the lower you make that threshold, the greater the amount of glow will be. And obviously I'm increasing it to its full size. So there you go. Ta-da! And it takes the brightest parts of the scene and makes a glow out of them. I think I actually used, it's weird, but if you go lower quality, you actually get a bigger glow. So I'll go on low quality around in there. Cool. Alright. So add a little chromatic aberration as well. I never know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, it's dispersion in the lens distortion node. Very slight, but it gives you those colors. Yeah. Alright. We're also going to add another lens distortion, and we're also actually going to, whoops, set that to 0.03. There we go. Just to kind of bend the image a little bit. But you can see that we have some gaps, so just hit fit, and that'll fit it to the render size. Alright, I'll leave the vignette for you if you want to add one. That is totally up to you, but that is pretty much it. So connect that to your final composite, and that is the tutorial. Ta-da! Done. So very easy scene, very basic too, just using the default cube. You can do so many different types of scenes with cubes. It's so fun, and just taking it through the compositor to give you a nice render there. A couple of things that I would have changed is probably make the lights a little bit brighter, and probably taking them away from the cubes. I think they're a little too close. Just little changes that you could probably do. I'd probably scroll in the timeline as more, so there's not so much black here. But still, that's how the effect was done. The tutorial is finished, and I hope you have a great day and that you learned something from it. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh wait, I am releasing a product here. It is going to be stock video. So whenever you want to fill whatever you're working on with some stock video, for only $11 per video, you can add in 4K stock video to whatever scene that you want. So I'm going to be traveling places, going to different well-known places and shooting some stock video. I know that, you know, I don't want to be, you know, another person that does stock video, you know, and it's like, okay, here's my stock video. I want it to be good stock video, you know. I want it to actually help people in whatever project they're working on. So that is a product that I'm working on, one of many to come in our future store here at Prebio. But more talks on that later. But yeah, stock video is coming to Prebio soon, and check for the full trailer in about a week or two. Yeah, it should be. Alright, so stock video coming soon to Prebio. Alright, I'll see you later, and thanks for watching.